Hi everybody. Yes, this is the third of 3 Thanksgiving videos. However, if you are opposed to meat, maybe you might want to not watch this one because this is about a cooked turkey. All right? So I'll give you time to switch off if you want. This one is going to be done in Resincrete. Well, the Timu brand version of Resincrete. It is a 3-to-1, which means 3 parts powder, 1 part water. And I have my wonderful little scale here. I'm going to turn it slightly so that you'll be able to see it. I actually found my small whisk. I'm so happy. You don't know how happy that makes me. And I'll be using my normal mixing bowl. I have spare water just in case I need to squirt some in. It is filtered. And of course I have my big water. Now I'm not too sure how much this mold is going to take. However, before I even begin with this, I know that it is a matte mold. I do see a slight bit of sheen inside, but very little. But I'm going to try powdering it with some mica and hope that, and I'll also be putting some of that into here, but I want to try to get some different color tones, you know, like a golden roasted turkey would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on pause while I grab, well, I'll just grab my mica. It's right behind me. That's the advantage of having everything in a good space. However, I just forgot, I had to bring the brown mica in with me from the other room. So, that hasn't been put away yet. But I do have a faint idea of what I did with it when I brought it in. Very faint, by the way. My bed is covered again with pretty much everything until I get it all put away. And so, here I am, searching for what I put it in. Ha! Well, I do have another thought, since I don't have it available to me right away. Well, okay, I'm just going to do it in, well, let's go ahead and do it in kind of a gold. Let's see, which one do I want? Glittery style gold or the regular? I think we're going to go with the regular. It'll cover better. Well, I'm not too sure where any browns are right now. I should have them. Whoa, strange. Let me look at the top here. Nope. Not there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause you while I find the brown. Back in a second. All right, I'm back. I have the mica powders. My PPE is on, my sleeves are on, my mask is on. And so I've chosen to go with the other gold and this goldish brown. This one goes on first. And if anybody has ever cooked a turkey, we all know that a golden brown bird has darker areas because of the, well, that's not sticking to that brush very well. Anyway, because of the browning from the oven, they have different areas that have different browns. So I'm going to try to do that. Darker browns are usually on the top, the wings, and the legs. So I'll get this turned into the brown there, the wing. A little bit at the bottom here. Most definitely on the breast section. All right. I think we kind of got that now. So now, I don't need that one any longer. I'll just close it up. Now I can't find my switching sponge, so I'm just going to go ahead with a second brush. I'm going to have to do this kind of quickly because my husband's in there making dinner and I'm listening to sounds that sounds like it's very close to being done. Poof. That is why you wear a mask. And why you keep wet wipes around it and available, so that you're not spreading it everywhere. And so he just motioned to me it's time to eat. So I'm going to go ahead, leave this sit just as it is, and I'll be back after I get my PPE back on. All right. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's get this gold on there. And this is why you have problems, is because it gets up in the lid and around the edges and it just comes out that way. So I'm going to take it off these edges as much as possible. What a mess. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do this and put quite a bit in there so I don't have to dip back in. It's really hard to see past this mask because it's up under my glasses, but I should have plenty enough in there now. Get all aspects and areas of the mold. Get that hair off there, that'd be nice. Now this gold is kind of sparkly too, so we'll see how this all goes. I see another hair. I want it burnished on as well as possible. And some molds, there is always a problem with getting it to burnish. And a lot of them are actually some of the glossy molds. Okay, I think I've got this pretty well covered inside here. And now, because I'm going to add some of the powder to the casting powder, we're just going to dump it in here. And I'm going to let it touch each side of the mold, because it's not going to hurt it. It won't wipe it off. And it'll help burnish it on some more. Poof. All right, I think there's a lot of gold in there, but not quite enough. So let me grab a little spoon here and add just a bit more. Now you can add your mica ahead of time like this, and you can add it to the powder and mix it into the powder first. And that helps you a lot. So let's get this closed up. Boy, that lid doesn't fit very well, does it? Maybe that's why it has a tendency to do that. Get it all over the place. Clean up a little bit as you go so that you're not getting that stuff everywhere. Cleanup gets a lot harder if you don't clean up as you go. And this one is bright gold. This is a 100-gram jar of it. All right, get this put back in the baggie. Excuse the froggy throat. That's my lifestyle. Okay. Get these and dump them down into the trash. And then wipe off these areas. I'll get them a lot better later on, but this is just a quick cleanup for now. All right, let's get this massive amount of gold up. Get it out of the way. And then I do have to bring back the brown a little bit to add to that. And yes, rule of thumb for your casting powders is put your dry colorants, whether it's mica powder or whatever, into your powder, and your liquid colorants into your water. And if you have one of those types of eco resins that comes with some sort of solution that's liquid, add it to that. But make sure that you measure out, or you weigh out your powder first, or you can put your powder, if you're using powders or liquids, you can put them in first, like I did. And then what you want to do is put your scale there. Turn it on, and that'll tare to 0. So it's not counting the weight of that. So let me keep that mold out of the way for a minute. Looks like I still have some gold everywhere on my gloves. Un momento. And unfortunately, yes, it's transferring. Okay. The good part is I can take my mask off as soon as I get the powders in. Now I'm going to leave this wipey wipe over on the other side, because I'm sure there's gold over on the other side. All right. Let's add a little bit of the brown. And that just darkens that gold. Get that out of my way. And now let's get this casting powder up. Now as you see, I added 2 grams. I don't know if you can see that for sure or not. Here, let me turn it your way a little bit. See, it added 2 grams. So, with the mica. So before I add that, I'm going to tear this back out. And then we're going to start adding. Now, I'm not sure how much this is going to take. It's a small mold. But it surprises you. So I have this cup here that came with the container I put everything in. And I'm going to size it up next to the mold here. Now that looks like it would do, but it won't, because you lose a little bit of volume when you add the water. So I'm going to put 2 of these in. I do have extra molds just in case. So right now I am looking at, with just the one, 124 grams. So actually, 200 grams might do it. $2.13-ish, that ought to do. Oh, let's go to 260. That'll do it. All right, now is to determine how much water you're going to need. So it's 1 per 3. So I have 260 grams. Oh boy, I gotta math this, don't I? Anyhow, I have 260 grams of powder. Okay, 261, but we're going to say 260. All right. So, let me see. 260, 26 divided by blah, blah, blah. Wow, hold on, guys. My mathing isn't working today. All right, now the way you do it is if it's 3 parts powder, 1 part water, that's 4 parts there. So you take the total amount of 260 that I had, and you divide that by 4, and that comes to 65. So I need 65 grams of water. Now it is a little dangerous pouring from a large bottle, so you kind of got to watch what you're doing. I'm at 44, 61, and 65. There we go. Get that water capped off, and I'm going to get this moved out of the way. And we're going to grab the little one here and begin stirring. Now, according to this thing's directions, this powder's directions, it's supposed to be like yogurt. So let's see how yogurt-ish we can make this. Now, see, in my opinion, this is way, way thick. I mean, that's yogurt-ish, but more like soft serve ice cream, which will make it very hard to get down in here, but we're going to do it. So we start with just a small amount first. We want it down in there, nice and squishies down in. See how many bubbles are rising already? All right, I'll need another mold. But not too big of a one. Okay. Now we want to squish a little bit and make sure the tail's got it. Give some taps. Get those bubbles up there. See, it's already starting to thicken down in here. Yeah, it's like soft serve ice cream, folks. Pretty bad. Wipe into the mold. All right, let's see if I can quickly find a mold. Here's one. Let's do another turkey. And then I'll ask my husband if he can go ahead and do me the greatest favor and clean this out for me. All right, we're a little bit over edges. And bubbles coming up, bubbles coming up. Might have to take some of this out. So we do it this way. Just stick your finger in there. Let it adhere. And ta-da. That's enough out. Boy, I did make a little extra, didn't I, folks? Let's see if we can fill up this starfish again. It's going to be the ugliest looking starfish, I think. Okay. Squish it down in there. All right, I think that one's filled up enough, and then some. Let me get that little bit off. Okay, I'm going to have him go ahead and take that out of here. Thank you very much. And we will be back. I don't know how to stop the video or pause the video while I'm doing this. So I'm going to use this hand. Back soon. Okay. These are cured enough to remove. This one's still warm, which is all right. I just noticed some more gold on here. Yes, my molds go through baths every little once in a while so that I can remove all of this. But I don't want to transfer it right now, so let me wipe it off as much as I can get it off here. Pull off some of this excess silicone. Okay, we'll leave that to the last. Clean up away out here. Just so there's a decent spot to put them down on. All right, let's check the starfish first, since it was the last of the bunch. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it over and release it that way. Okay. Let's see how bad this is. Oh, not horrible. Not horrible whatsoever. A little bit of overpour, as we saw when I was pouring it. Get this cleaned off real fast, because I'll probably end up having to fill it again with something else. I'd rather have over than under though, because it's very hard to match colors. Okay. Let's do the turkey. Well, first let's investigate the starfish. Break a little bit of that off. The back of my hand, I can feel the heat coming off of the cooked turkey. All right. That actually looks more like a natural starfish. So I'm happy with that one. Okay, that's the starfish. Down and out of the way. I'm trying to put this with my other starfish. Okay, now the turkey. Well, the live version, comic version. Not too difficult to remove. And with a little bit of paint and trimming, although I will be very careful around the feet this time. Since the last time I broke a foot off trying to trim, and then, well, I thought, well, he looked kind of odd that way, and I broke the rest of the other foot off. So both feet are off of that other turkey. Now this turkey has got a few flaws. There's a hole in the eyeball right there. Some holes here. And holes in just about every one of these feathers. But he's doable. Okay, I'm going to set him aside. Let him finish curing out. And then I'll paint him later. And maybe if I have time, I'll put it up on one of the other videos. And now comes a cooked turkey. Oh, it looks like that gold stuck with it pretty good. Oops. See the two bubble areas at the legs? I figured that would happen. Didn't manage to burp those out well enough. And as you can see, it looks like there's probably some holes right here. All right, it's almost out. So let's just do it. A lot of gold to clean out of that. So let's see how bad. Well, maybe we can break some of this off too. He's sweating and I'm getting gold all over. And it looks like a sweaty golden turkey. Let me get a wet wipe on this, because this is like, wow. Let's clean off the gold that's not stuck to it. Wow. Lots of it. And for the most part, it's staying on, but it is wiping off at the same time. So some of it's there, some of it's not. So I might just end up, when it's fully cured, painting it. And nobody ever heard of a shiny cooked turkey anyway. I do like the color it came out, but if it's not going to be there, it's not going to be there. Because I just don't want to spread the golden joy all over my house. Get down the crevice a little bit there. And for the most part, it turned out pretty good. Well, gotta get that wing. Thanksgivings and Christmas dinners aren't that big for us any longer because we don't have family that visits during the holidays at all. Well, they don't visit the rest of the year really either, so I can't travel, so I can't go and be the one to visit. The next time I ever travel will be if I have to move from Wyoming, and I really don't want to ever do that. Anyway, my fingers are all golden. My turkey is golden. And what's that saying these days? Gobble till you wobble. Well, I don't do that either because, you know, with an ulcer, you just don't do that. And there we are. I'm thinking about doing a very special Thanksgiving one for Thanksgiving Day. Now, normally it's the third Thursday of every November. However, this year, for some strange reason, it is the fourth Thursday, so it is Thursday a week from tomorrow. And I am thinking about going ahead, like I said, and doing a very special display for Thanksgiving. Special craft. So I'll probably be working on that off camera in all actuality. Because from this point on, I am going to be focusing on Christmas. So with that said and everything, I hope if I don't get another video up before Thanksgiving, that you all have a beautiful and enjoyable holiday. Excuse me. But that's it for now. Video 3 done. And of course, you know, the whole thing. Thumbs up if you like the video. Please comment below. And thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are a blessing to me. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I do lose a subscriber or two here or there. But right now at this point, I am showing at 630, which is the highest I have ever been. Last known was 629, then it went down to 627. So 630 is good for me. You know, in April it'll be 2 years that I've started this channel. And I do hope to get monetized. But at the same time, if I get my eyes taken care of, I don't care if I'm monetized or not. I really don't. I'm like most other people. Those ads annoy the crap right out of me. So I don't want to put my own viewers through those ads. And the moment you get monetized, that happens. And it doesn't matter if they stop you from being monetized or you want to stop being monetized, those ads will continue. So, yeah, that's the whole thing there. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't, please. Christmas is 25 days. Not away, but that's how long and how many videos I have for the 25 days of Christmas. So this year, it's not starting on December 1st. It will be starting as soon as I get the first video done, and which is going to be before December 1st. And I figure maybe if you guys want to try a few things, that way, maybe, being ahead of the game a little bit, maybe you can give that a shot and give it a try. Okay. Love y'all. Peace out. Huggies and huggles.